I'm with you.
Okay. Hello, everyone. Good morning from my time zone here in Toronto, Canada. We're here today to discuss about Nigerian election. You know that the election is coming up. The general election is coming up next year, 2023. And I have with me all the way from the northern region of Nigeria, Mr. Magnus Oraka. We are here to discuss about the candidates. We have a Tinubu, Osinbajo, Atiku, Oji Uzokalu, and many others. Even we saw Dele Momodu, declaring his interest to run for the presidency. So, Mr. Raka, what is your take on it? Who is the major target right now? Who do you think will win this next election?
Now, from good evening again. It's evening here in Nigeria. Now, it is very easy to put the question as simple as you have put it, but in truth, the complexities that we have now does not permit us to ask the questions as simple as you put it, because the dynamics revolving now is a is an offshoot of what has transpired towards the removal of PDP and Goodluck Jonathan back in 2015, right? Yes,
Mm,
2015.
mm,
You know, when I look at Southerners, the way they look at politics, I begin to wonder if indeed it is brain we have on our head or it is just pure English and grammar that we have. I have said it even in your program
mm,
that let me not jump the gun. Let me take it step by step. Right now, the foremost contender who has officially announced his intention to run for presidency is Tinubu. That of us, Osinbajo is speculation. Osinbajo has not declared that he wants to run for presidency. Even that of Atiku is still speculation. We have Dele Momodu, who has indicated partially his intention also to run for presidency. Now, let's get one thing clear. Only two parties, either of these two parties will present the next president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. It is going to either come from PDP and it's going to either come from APC.
let's see. Yes.
Now, that's just a fact. Now, at one point in time,
Mm,
they they okay. I'm just trying. There's so many points I want to say. So I'm just trying to organize myself so that I don't mumble jumble the points I'm trying to make. Tinubu has declared his intention. So I think, what are the chances of Tinubu? What are the dynamics surrounding the declaration of Tinubu's ambition? Well, this is where the last 3 weeks has showed to me
mm,
that the Southerners will never understand politics and will never play politics to match up with the North. The North has somehow arranged the political dynamics to always favor them. And they used the 1999 Constitution to cement that dynamic so that either way that you permutate this presidency, it must involve them, it must include them. Now, here is what you see. Tinubu shot himself. Tinubu used his past to disqualify himself. I'm not even talking about whether him being corrupt or not corrupt. That's not even where I'm going now.
mm,
Where I'm going, that Tinubu entered into a pact with the North, ensuring that PDP and Goodluck Jonathan was removed. Now, it's understandable that it was agreed that after 8 years, they will hand over power to him. Now, the 8 years is winding up, and Tinubu is waiting for his turn to become president. Now, one thing with these politicians is that it's like when they sleep and wake up, they don't believe that a day has been spent, a week has been spent, a year has been spent. They see themselves as they were a month ago, they see themselves as they were 2 years ago. They don't see that after 8 years, the Tinubu 8 years ago is not the Tinubu 8 years now. So he's still thinking He's the same Tinubu that has been there waiting for presidency to be handed down to him. But the North has always known that they have perfected the act of using Southerners. And by Southerners, let me repeat again, I mean Southeast, South, and Southwest. This South division that they've divided us, that we have been fighting over. But that's not what this topic is all about. They've understood that the code, the political code that drives the North is Nigeria, same malam. And that code is one thing that the South has refused to embed in their political consciousness. Nigeria, same malam means Nigeria must be ruled by, let me take that again. Nigeria, same malam is a code that drives every northern politician, signifying that Nigeria must be ruled by a Muslim. It is something that we pretend in our mischievous, self-deceiving intellectualism from the West not to imbibe and not to accept. Anytime the North wants to perceive Nigerian politics, remember I created a foundation telling you that they've constructed a dynamic cemented by the 1999 Constitution such that the presidency must always involve them. Now, what they have done is to make the Muslim Yorubas think that because they have the same faith, Muslim, they are the same thing with the Muslims in the North. But the Muslim in the North sees both Yoruba Muslim as and Yoruba Christians as the same thing. The Yoruba Muslim in the West are only good to upturn the political dynamics in the favor of the North. That is what Yoruba Muslims are good for. To the North, that is from the northern perspective. Now, when Tinubu was used with his media, TVC, and the Yoruba news media to wash down PDP and Goodluck Jonathan, it was promised that 8 years later they will give him the presidency. But here is the confusion here. If you make Tinubu, this is not 1999 or 1980 where Abiola and Kingibe, Muslim ticket, they ran for presidents, because the only thing that will satisfy the North is if a Muslim Northerner, and when by Muslim Northerner it's not middle belt, far North, they call Cabal North, becomes vice president to Tinubu. But any core Northerner will be a Muslim. Now, the North knows that a Muslim ticket will not sell to the South again. A Muslim ticket will not sell to the Southeast. A Muslim ticket will not sell to the Middle Belt. Now, the 8 years of Buhari, the 8 years of Buhari's government has awoken the political consciousness of everybody in Nigeria. So certain things we have taken for granted, or certain things we've allowed to just slip through our political consciousness, are now factors that are going to play down Tinubu's political ambition. Number one is his vice. Who do you pick as his vice? A Christian Northerner. If Tinubu picks a Christian Northerner as vice, to the North, it's almost like to Nigeria is no longer same malam. Remember that code I told you? Nigeria, same malam. Nigeria must be ruled by a Muslim. So when you put a Tinubu who is a Yoruba Muslim, who is not considered as a true Muslim by the core North, vice presidented by a Christian North, to them it's like power is not in their hand. And the North will not be comfortable with that kind of arrangement. Never. They will not be comfortable. Now, if you say Tinubu should be vice and should be president, and the problem is the vice. Then talking about Tinubu again. Now, this is somebody who was a former governor of Lagos State and has used his post and his talks. These are unfounded rumors anyway, but it is alleged that Tinubu has talks and has virtually bought most of the assets in Lagos, like the Lekki toll gate, is his property. And every governor subsequent that presided every of his predecessors are answerable to him. He eventually controls Lagos State. Now, we do not want somebody who has that kind of godfatherism status to become the president of Nigeria. Somebody who, upon reaching Abuja, will pack all the thugs in Lagos and bring to Abuja. And then the same vicious cycle of this maladministration will repeat itself. Now, the Nigerian populace have failed to match professionalism and the yearning of the office you are trying to vote people to go and bring. We don't seem to match it. We use emotion to bring Goodluck Jonathan because a certain media outfit convinced you that Jonathan was clueless, Jonathan was a drunkard, Jonathan didn't do for us, Jonathan, everything that formed your opinion about Goodluck Jonathan was from the media. Even though you were buying fuel at an affordable price that you can't buy now, even though you are paying pay salary that is, in fact, even though even though it was the Western media were telling you that you have the fastest growing economy, but you have a media input inside that was telling you, no, things are bad, things are bad. Well, this show is not about Goodluck Jonathan, it's about the contenders. Atiku, I for one wouldn't have even dared to consider, but consider. For me, I have said that APC. I have made my point, and I'm sure your show is not about being against any political party. But as my own opinion, this is Magnus Oraka opinion. I don't consider APC as a political party. I see APC as a group of aggrieved individuals who felt being shortchanged in the political circle in terms of money, in terms of power, and they just gather themselves, make up whatever excuse that is possible to boot out one party, and then they are here. Sir, they didn't provide any political strategy or policies for Nigeria. All they did was just to come and have power. Now that they have power, they have nothing to offer.
Okay, sir. Who do you think will emerge as the candidate under the PDP? Not Atiku. If Atiku declares his intention to run, every eye is on Atiku right now. That he's
yes, I know. You ask a question. This is true. If Atiku declares his intention to run for PDP, I am sure that an Atiku will win the flag bearer for the PDP. And here is what is going to happen. If Atiku emerges, which is very likely, if Atiku emerges from PDP, I can tell you, quote me. Please, anybody who is watching this video should quote this very particular part. Everybody that is a pro-Nigeria, say Malam. This same Atiku that they said is a drunkard, is not a true Muslim. They would rather have, because there's also another political code here in the north. They tell that a Muslim goat is better than a Christian professor. So anything that is Muslim, because the general code here is Nigeria, say Malam. If at the end of the day it's an Atiku versus Tinubu, Atiku will so flog Tinubu. Tinubu will shock as to what, because the whole north will go for Atiku.
You know why? Even Atiku is not even popular in the southern region, let alone in the north. You understand?
Atiku is not what? Can you repeat that again?
Atiku himself is not even popular in the southern region.
That's not true. That's very, very not true.
Very popular, not very popular.
That's not true at all. In the last election, between Atiku and Buhari, the bulk of the vote he got came from the south now. But, so how is it not popular?
I've seen so many people saying that they would prefer Atiku over Tinubu.
I personally, if the choice is between Atiku and Tinubu, I will vote. If there is a way you can vote with 2 of your thumbs and 2 of your toes, I will vote those 4 on Atiku instead of Tinubu. Instead of Tinubu to become the president of Nigeria, the devil should have a better chance.
Okay, you see, that is the thing. That is the thing. People say that the leadership is concentrated in the hands of the Northerners, but many Southerners are not willing to support any candidate that emerges from the Southern region.
It is not that Southerners are not willing to support a candidacy from the South. That is not, far from it. That is not the point. The South is tired of candidates who will become puppets to the North. That is what this thing all of.
Do you think Tinubu will become puppets to the North?
No, it's not about being. It's not about being puppet. It's about an agreement. Tinubu has an agreement with the North, and you cannot enter into an agreement with the North, and if you attempt to renege on that agreement, you will go the Abiola way. The Abiola way will be executed. You know what happened to Abiola?
Yes.
So, and it surprises me that these people, the Southwest, after the give me water, put water on the glass for me. After the Abiola incidents, I thought these people would have been wise enough to understand how this will play their politics. That the only usefulness the Yorubas have to the North is just to get power, and after that, your role is complete. Excuse me.
Why, but if Osinbajo emerges under APC, don't you think
Osinbajo and PDP brings Atiku? If Osinbajo emerges under APC and Atiku, PDP brings Atiku, everybody will run to PDP. The North will run to PDP. The Southeast will vote PDP. The South will vote PDP. The South will not vote for Osinbajo. I too will not. Even if Jesus Christ come as a presidential flag bearer, Jesus Christ comes as a presidential flag bearer under APC, I will not vote him. Now, the error to say that PDP and APC are the same thing, I for one, I don't believe in that, because I live here, I know what they do. They don't see PDP and APC. It is you with your overblown academics that see PDP and APC are the same thing. They are not. Because they see APC as even that part that the Yorubas thinks belongs to them, because it was the Yoruba party and the Northern party that merged to form APC. So the Yorubas who think they have an investment in APC don't know that the North has long collected APC to be their property. There's no part remaining for the Yoruba people again. But they still delude themselves that there's an investment for the Yoruba people in APC, which is not true. I can tell you that it is even a Tinubu under APC is even better than an Osinbajo candidacy.
But if Atiku emerges as the candidate under PDP, yes, from now we can even predict it that nothing will take the presidency away from the Northern leader, because
it's so sad. It's so sad that this is the dynamics. This is the dynamics now.
That is what I said. Like, was it not 2 years ago after the last election, that if Atiku runs for this next election, that he's going to win, and the presidency is still going to go to the Northern region, people will say, no, don't say that, don't say that. You can say that we can predict what will happen in 10 years time in Nigeria.
There's even a rumor that Amechi is also a contender too. If Amechi comes as the presidential flag bearer under whether under PDP or APC, I will vote against him.
You see, that is the thing. That is the thing. Whenever any candidate emerges from the certain
no. The next question I would have asked you, the next question I would have expected you to ask me, okay, which candidate would have come out from the South that I would have supported?
Go ahead, please go ahead.
Since I'm always against Southern presidency.
Yes, that's what I wanted to do. That's
see someone like Mogalu, someone like Peter Obi. These are people I know that if you keep like Wike, for instance, if you, I want Southerners that I am confident that they will not be puppets to the Northern cabal. That's all I'm like. If Anamechi becomes president, of course, you and I know that he'll be puppet. He'll be puppeteer.
Yeah.
A Wike will not take nonsense from the North. All this nonsense that Buhari has done, feasting all his family and people from village and Chad in our Wike will remove them.
I bet one thing in Nigerian election that we have observed over these years, those who are capable of managing the country never declare their intention to run for the presidency.
It's not as if they never declare their intention. It's just that the political psychology of the electorate has been doctored in such a way that it revolves around these same criminals that always recycle themselves.
Yeah.
Immediately they talk about election, your mind automatically switches to Tinubu, Atiku, all these rogues that have destroyed. Your mind just switch there. The ones we are not used to.
Because they are the political gladiators in Nigeria. So even though
Yeah.
a candidate emerges today, with the structure of the country, we are, me and you, we all know that these new candidates will not go anywhere. So those
Yes, it's
are
true. How do you expect a Tinubu, for instance, come on your age, tell us your real age. Your age has become a mystery. Your academic qualification is now a mystery. The source of your wealth is now a mystery. How do you just become a billionaire when you don't have chains of factories, chains of companies, chains of you can say Dangote is a billionaire because you can see his Dangote cement, Dangote this, Dangote that. You can say Otedola is a billionaire because he's in oil, he's in this, he's in that. You can say you can actually trace where these billions are coming from. But this Tinubu has a bullion van, a private bullion van. Where is his money? They asked his publicity campaign director, how is Tinubu making his money? And he was saying that they should ignore that. How do we ignore that? When, as electorates, we want to know the information regarding the person that is going to rule my destiny for the next 8 years. And you say I shouldn't know details about him. If you are economical with the truth about your biodata, then how are you going to be truthful with the treasury of the country?
We need to know
after 8 years
income, where his income from. We need to know all those things. We have to scrutinize now.
Yes.
If Tinubu,
Tinubu, even if we don't talk anything, Tinubu, the North knows that Tinubu is not going to be a choice candidate to run for APC. They know it.
It's not gonna. Yeah.
They know it.
Even though
they know that Osinbajo even have a better chance. But the problem with Osinbajo is that you are now going to hand over presidency to Christian, a pastor, Pastor Yemi Osinbajo. That cannot settle well with the core North. President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Pastor Yemi Osinbajo. That narrative will not go down well with them.
Besides that, you know that Osinbajo is the vice to Buhari. You think that will also shape the perception of the Northerners, given that he served as the vice president to a Northern leader for 8 years.
One thing you should know is that the North has never trusted the Southwest. They don't. It is the Southwest that thinks that they have an alliance with the North. But the North knows that the only usefulness of the Southwest is just to get power. After that, they dump him. It happened with Abiola. And it's going to happen with Tinubu. They know that the only usefulness is that when there is a need to collect power, say, support me. After you support me, I will do this back to you. When Abiola was executed, the North supported Osinbajo as a way to renew their political friendship with the Southwest. That was what Obasanjo, sorry, when it was after the death of Abiola, 1999, after what's this man's name? This military anyway, that Obasanjo was the support given to Obasanjo from the North was more or less like a compensation for what was done to Abiola. And Obasanjo's presidency seemed to have created that idea that the Yorubas have forgotten what the North is capable of doing. So for them to think that the North will not do another Abiola strategy again, it's funny because you should know it. They know it. I know it. Every northern man that is watching this knows exactly what I'm saying, that the political code, CODE, that drives the engine of the political psychology of the North is Nigeria, Seymalan. Nigeria must be ruled by a Muslim. So anything that has the Nigerian presidency with that Islamic status not protected, the North will fight to change it. So if I tell you that one northern man will go and queue under the sun because he's going to vote for Pastor Yemi, they will say, Allah subhanallah, Allah say, okay.
But what about if a northerner back Osinbajo during the election, given that he is the vice to a northern leader?
No, see, right now, the way you're asking this question, you are asking it
again because you know that he's serving right now under a northern leader. We haven't seen any conflict between him and President Buhari, and he has been very loyal to the president.
That is, in fact, his loyalty is a reason why they don't trust him, because they know that, as do you know what it means to be commander in chief, and he's a very educated man. He's going to change. There was a time Buhari went for medical treatment in London, and Osinbajo took over for, is it 2 months or 3 months? And in that 2 or 3 months, everybody was happy, including me that hates APC. I was happy because he was beginning to be presidentially. He went to the east and spoke to the youth. He was trying to mend fences, unlike this thing. But the truth is that the North will not hand over Nigeria to somebody that will change the status quo. And for you now, you are wanting a president that will make Nigeria equal. Let me tell you on that thing about the North, because if we keep talking about the presidency, we should be talking about, see, did not believe that, look, you can actually do nothing and be eating money from Abuja. Abuja is like a milk cow from the North, where the North goes to make money every month without working. What exactly is the North contributing? Nothing. No. That was why Wike recently said, no, our VAT, we're going to chop them. VAT, now people's activity. So we cannot be collecting VAT from our beer and be sending to you in the North to eat.
So do you
need to stay in the North, because in Maiduguri, you see a grown-up man just sit in a heap of sand, just waiting for night. When night comes, he smuggles 2 tankers of fuel. One night, just smuggle 2 tankers of fuel off to the coast of Niger. He's a millionaire.
Mr. Raka,
just like that.
Mr. Raka, do you think that Wike is interested in the presidency?
No, he has not. You know, some of these politicians, they are smart. It's just that the reason why Tinubu quickly made his own decision, because he was not patient, and I think he's desperate, and he can't wait. He has wait, and then he knows that time is running against him, so he couldn't just wait. Others are just watching the tide. You get me? Even the Atiku that we are even pointing, he's not a small boy too. Atiku should be well over 70, approaching 80 too. You understand me? So he's not a small boy. So some people are just smart, watching the tide, seeing how the tide unfold. And you can see that whenever election comes, that is when the Southerners that already have a problem with their bulk vote, that is when you'll be seeing Fresh Party, AA Party, XYZ Party, UW Party, BM Party, all Southern parties splitting the already depleted vote of the South. Man, now God, cause we don't that cause. So now cause then cause us. What's the political party of Chris Okotie? Fresh Party. How in the world would you think that a political party like Fresh will go anywhere? But you still campaign anyway, depleting the small vote that the South used to make a difference in Nigeria. How many parties do you see that are new that did not create? The North doesn't create any new party.
They don't create new parties. Yeah, they don't.
The North does not create a party. They know that APC or PDP. As soon as PDP brings, the only problem, the North would have voted, the North would have settled for a Tinubu, but only if a Muslim will be his vice. But they know that the political psychology of now will not welcome a presidency of a Muslim candidate. Now it's not possible. You know, I, for one, will not welcome it.
Now, in the Southern region, everybody is a leader. This one don't want to be under the other one. The other one don't.
Yeah.
That is the problem we are facing. You can see what happened in the last election when the youth came out, unable to unite to form one big political party. Instead, all of them, they were forming their own small political parties.
That's it now. That's the problem. Everybody wants to be a guy on his own, knowing fully well that you will not go anywhere.
Exactly. Even though they try to unite them, people were calling them for unity, so that all of them, nobody. This one will go shower, form his own political party. The other one forming. You know, they say it's very cheap to form a political party in Nigeria. So they were all forming different political, and they didn't go just to get recognition that there was a former presidential aspirant. It is only in Nigeria that somebody gets elevated and to call himself former presidential aspirant. What do you become by being an aspirant? Is a mere wish.
and aspire for something is just a wishful thinking. As I'm sitting here now, I want to be the presidency of Nigeria. I want to be the president of Nigeria. So I've aspired. Just because I entertained a wishful thinking does not add any value to myself. But in Nigeria here, you have people actually create value for people who have wished to be the president of Nigeria. And it makes no sense to me.
So, hello.
I'm with you. If by any way it boils down to, it will so shock APC that it will so shock the Southwest that these people that we thought we have a political understanding. So this is who they are. Every northerner will shift to PDP. This same PDP they told you that they've looted our farm, because everything they told you was lies. Then it was never, this whole thing was never about PDP looting our wealth. It was never about, so it was about power leaving Goodluck Jonathan's hand to come to the north. It was simply about getting power back.
But with what happened during this ongoing administration, nobody will want to vote for APC anymore, honestly. With the issue of insecurity ravaging the lives of innocent Nigerians, the president himself showing incompetency and everything, he's sick and everything. I don't think no one will vote for
it. That's not my sister and I lie. People still plenty ways still they do APC, even in the south. There are many people who are still doing APC. It's not about the party, it's about the person. Oh man, when I hear an individual who is supposed to have brain on his head saying that statement, say, God, how did God create the southern and south that it's not about the party, it's about individual? A party that has come to tell you, that this is our mission. Our mission is to Islamize this country. The southerners who are there are just there because they pretend not to see this, but they actually see it there. Look, you just need to go to Abuja and go to all parastatals. Almost every parastatal in Abuja is headed by a Muslim. Almost every facet of the Nigerian economy, our social structure is headed by a Muslim. So you are waiting until it is written on a paper before you agree that there's an Islamization agenda. Not that I say there's anything wrong with Islam. Please, there's nothing wrong. Islam is a beautiful religion. But there are people in Nigeria who have decided to weaponize this religion for purpose of ill-gotten power and ill-gotten wealth. Killing people anyhow on the basis of... Are you honestly telling me that if the Nigerian state wants to stop Boko Haram, they wouldn't stop it? Was it not the same Boko Haram that Goodluck Jonathan stopped and took pictures in Zambisa forest for all of us to see? That's a civilian, no? That's a civilian with no military orientation, was able to quash Boko Haram 6 months before he left. Now we have a military general, not just a military general that understands the psychology of the Boko Haram because he shares the same language with them. And you're telling me in 8 years he can't stop Boko Haram? Come on, let's be wise for once.
Mr. Oraka, the way you are depicting the president as if this man is cognizant of what is going on in the country.
Of course now. How can you say it's not cognizant? The truth is as if it's not as if he's cognizant and as if he's not cognizant. The truth is that, look, let's be very honest. Forget the age they say Buhari is. Buhari should be well above 80. Now, I have an 82-year-old dad in the village. Now, I'm sometimes talking with my dad, making sense with him is very difficult. So I'm imagining my dad as the president of Nigeria with his failing way of reasoning. What can he decide for this country? What can he talk?
Sometimes people ignore the fact that the president is sick and the sickness is affecting him psychologically, that he can't comprehend reality. This man is not conscious of what is going on.
Look at a man you will ask questions. They will ask him, what was the question? They were asking him questions about the Nigerian economy. They were giving him figures, inflation rate, value of naira to the dollar, unemployment rate. They were giving him figures, statistics. And what was his response? He said, well, he doesn't know how this, he said it that he doesn't know how these calculations were reached. However, he suggests that everybody should go to the farm. So if everybody goes to the farm, it's going to change our unemployment rate, inflation rate. It's just so funny. It's so funny that even people I considered as educated actually sat down and told me that Look, let me tell you, there was a during this Buhari, there was a friend of mine in Abuja, has a very big joint. That joint should not be less than 200 million naira. Very powerful joint. We're there and we're just relaxing. And they were like, the time has come. No, this country, you see this country will change. And I was like, no, this should have, they just shun me down. 4 years later, I went to Abuja. I called him. I said, oh, boy, Abuja, I'll come pick me. Moku go relax. The guy came. The Mercedes Benz he was driving there, one black C-Class, powerful motor. The motor, I saw my motor. It was from black. It has turned to ash. Looking so, I said, oh, but waiting to happen now. Say, my guy, things don't change. I said, okay, I'm going to go hotel, go relax. Say, which hotel? Hotel where you don't sell. Say, this country, God go punish this Buhari. I said, what happened? God punish Buhari when say be yourself. I say, my guy, that he don't know which kind juju they use take deceive Nigerians. Those were his exact words. I said, but that time, they tell you, say, I met somebody again, the same Abuja, who came from Lagos. He just saw me, he said, that please, he wants to apologize to me. And I was wondering, what did you do? What problem? I never knew it was someone that was insulting me on Facebook. When I was accusing Buhari, he was insulting me, abused my father. He went, I said, no problem, please. I know. Let's hug and make up.
Nigerians are always like that, especially election period. The last election, I received the worst insult of my life. And everything I said at
because you didn't support Buhari, say Baba.
Everything I said at that time is what is going on right now. You know,
my shining light. I said, do you know that? Do you know that DSS went after me? Pursued me. I started running like rat inside the jaws here. Today I'm here, today I'm there, today I'm there. I had to tell the young man who was calling me. I said, look, you are from your voice, you seem to be from Benue State. He said yes. I said, do you not feel bad that anytime they want to go against Christians, they use Christians against Christians? Go to your cell and count how many Muslims are in the cell. Very good. How many Muslims are in the cell? Anyway, I don't want to reduce your show to Muslims. I don't want people to think I have, like I said, and I'll repeat again, Islam is a very beautiful religion, because people who go to Dubai and come back, they don't tell me that the Muslims there behave irrationally. People who travel to United Arab Emirates, a Muslim, in fact, I spoke with my friend who is in UAE. The people they introduce me, they speak very well and very friendly. It is only in Nigeria, the type of Islam they practice in Nigeria, that has been weaponized in such a way that it becomes inimical to coexisting between Muslims and Christians.
No, not all the Muslims, Mr. Raka.
No, I say it's only in the north that some people have weaponized Islam to the point that it has become inimical to coexisting. It's not every. I'm living in the north. If you tell me to leave north, I'm come to the south, I'll tell you no. I still prefer the north. Because you meet them, very good one every day. But you see, those who are weaponizing it for political purpose are the ones now that are the problem.
Exactly. Yeah.
There are people in political power that they know that see, there was a friend of mine lodged me. I'm not going to call the person's name in public. The person lodged me in a Nikon luxury. One of the rooms is very expensive. He lodged me. He just said, he likes my video. He lodged me there. And when I was there in the evening, I saw two very beautiful girls. Two very beautiful girls that they brought to one of the room next to me. Fine, beautiful yellow purple sissy. You understand me? Myself, I like as I see themselves. They knock door. So you get myself, I see those babes. I say, wow. One of the senators there that is very popular. Not know that it was his room. When he came, he saw me, we say, laugh, say, guy, you did. They was there. In the evening, he just come out, push it. Two girls throughout the night. Then they pass big Don Corleone, this big drink, go there. These are the same people that will go to his villa and say, to drink is haram. To touch one is haram. All women must put a veil. But when they go to Abuja, they pursue girls that open their white laps and sleep overnight. So these are the people that they weaponize Islam just to get. That is why you see the feudalism system in the north works well. They create certain people to remain illiterate.
Yes.
These are people you just tell, no, Muslim must be leader. They will agree. To them, their reward is that they keep the supremacy of Islam. That is just their reward.
It's because
They are the ones that
the literacy level in the northern region is very low. The more
see here in the north, you will wake up in the morning, you go to an Alhaji's house, a big man's house. In his gate, you see about 500 people waiting for him to come and give him stipends. He will just come and see them and say, okay, 500 is okay. They should give 5,000. They should share for them. Maybe maybe each person will get 200 or 500, and they will pray and praise him, worship him. I like jazz and maninka. I like kare. I like karamakukumi. I like jazz and maninka. I like me. They'll pray the prayer because of, if you see 500 naira prayer for here, 500 naira prayer here, they bless well. Give a Southern 1,000, whether you get prayer of 200 naira, you know, get them. So that is yeah. So there are people who have been made to believe that this is my life, this is my status. My brain should operate in such a way that it protects those that represent us. That is why you see statements like Allah yebaka kabamu. That God should give Nekbe so that Nekbe gives to me. Do you know that do you know a mind frame that says still like that? It means that me, I have not made up my mind that I will get. And I've settled for the fact that the only way I can get is if Nekbe gets, then Nekbe will give to me.
Oh.
Now these are the people that go to the polling unit to vote.
Oh.
Once they tell them in the mosque, look, let me tell you, if you bring Goodluck Jonathan again and Buhari again, I can tell you that the same people in the north who voted for Buhari will vote for Buhari again.
Yes, definitely.
Oh,
they will.
That is to tell you that it is the code, this code that Nigeria say Malam. They believe that a Muslim goat, a goat that is practicing Islam, is better than a professor in the south.
Oh.
So these things I'm telling you, they may look unbelievable, but as ridiculous as it sounds, is the truth.
We have seen that in the system over these years. We believe that. We are all Christians. You know, that is what has been playing over and over again in the country. A person like President Buhari, even though he's not conscious of what is going on in the country, if it happens that this man emerges as a candidate of APC, the Northerners will vote for him. All of them.
Yeah, Abba. Somebody was saying that, okay, why do I, if I feel this way, why will an Atiku who is also a Muslim and this thing will not do to continue what Buhari has done? I said, but well, we had a Yaradua. Yaradua was Fulani. Yaradua is a true born Fulani. You understand? And he didn't do what Buhari is doing. He didn't have this tribalism and nepotistic approach to issues like this. I like the fact what PDP is doing. PDP is having a 4-year plan. After 4 years, you hand over to an Igbo presidency. Now, these are the type of political strategy I want to start hearing from the South, because it takes a ninja to kill a ninja.
Yeah.
It takes a ninja to destroy a ninja. You get me? It pains me that I actually wouldn't want to be the person saying from Fulani to Fulani. But let me tell you, this Fulani mayhem that is on Nigeria now, it will only take a Fulani man to stop it. Because if a Christian man start going to kill Boko Haram, they'll say it's a jihad. They'll say it's a religious war.
Mr. Oraka,
yeah.
With what is going on right now, we can say that this presidency 2023 is going to the northern leader. So
it will.
We cannot change this anymore. But we should work towards achieving the goal of electing a president from the southern region, specifically from the southeastern region.
We are not ready yet. We are not. Sadly, we are not ready. Hold on a second.
I saw Kingsley Moghalu a few days ago. I think he declared his intention to run for the presidency already.
Okay.
I saw him. Was it on China's?
Under which party? Kingsley Moghalu is under which party?
I don't know.
Any party that is not PDP or APC will not sell for now. Just see, if you are not under a PDP or APC, forget it. If you are not, just go and support anybody here. I would rather that you are from APC coming to seek my support, or because see, I'm a realist by nature. I'm a very strong realist. I know that any party that is fresh party, for now it's too late, because if you are going to be a party that would upturn APC and PDP, you shall be making the preparation like 4 years ago, not on the eve of election. You will bring one party, fresh party, AA, PC, XY, VI, 2-1. Those parties is just waste of this. Like I told you from the beginning, these new parties that keeps coming up, where are they coming from? Most of the bulk of the new parties that are always created are created from the south. And what does it do? It only depletes an already depleted population and voting bulk. You hardly see the northerners creating any new party because they know that it's just a mere waste of time.
So,
but we are comfortable with the fact of this title, former presidential aspirant.
But
former, just like that. Okay, me, I want to be the president. I've declared my interest, so that tomorrow you two call me as former presidential. I'm aspiring to become the president. So please, tomorrow when you are referring to me, refer to me as former presidential aspirant.
I think it's still early now to predict who is going to win the election. But with the political structure of the country,
no, we are not talking. Oh no, you are getting it wrong. It's not. This is not.
Is coming from
about winning. We didn't set up this program to talk about winning. We were talking about the contenders.
I mean,
we're talking about the contenders, right? Those that are coming and their chances.
Yes, I understand. Maybe I have to restructure my sentence. I said it's too early now to predict the region that is going to produce the presidents. So it can come from the south. We are not sure yet. But if Atiku emerges as the candidate under the PDP, the presidency is going to the northern. So we don't know yet. It's still, because we're expecting Atiku to declare his intention before we can predict what is going to happen. And
do you know that even the North prefers Wike. The North prefers Wike. This Wike that the South is hate. The North prefers Wike.
Well, how do you know? But you said that
if you bring Wike and Tinubu, Wike will.
The North, yes, they would prefer Wike.
What? Would you ask the question?
I said they would prefer Wike over Tinubu.
Not bad.
Yeah, even in the center. But Wike is not
straight
ready
away.
now. But Wike is not ready. Mr. Raka, we have seen this over and over again.
Don't say they are not ready yet.
I would believe that
nobody has declared his full intention in PDP yet.
Mr. Raka, we have seen this over and over again in Nigeria.
Go ahead.
Those we believe that are capable to manage the country never run for the presidency. So, I'm not surprised. I'm not going to be surprised that Wike will not declare his intention. You cannot force him to do that, and we cannot see any move. We can't see him. For me, I've never seen Wike coming out, like someone who is ready to become the president of Nigeria. I've never seen anything like that. No hints from him yet. So we are just speculating. We don't know. But for me, somebody who is planning to become the president, you can see his move, at least even from 2 years before now. We should be seeing some sign, but we haven't seen anything from Wike.
One of the reasons why you don't see these people making noise like Wike now. One of the reasons why Wike will not declare his intention is because they don't mean. So most of the southern politicians believe that there are certain northern people that if they offend them, they will lose their political relevance. And this is why it is so painful. The other day, somebody sent me a picture of the governor of Imo State bowing down and begging for whatever, because it's a picture, so I don't know whatever he was begging for. But the posture of that picture actually shows him kneeling down and in a subservient posture. That is what I know, that no northern now, even the one that is selling sugarcane, will come and kneel down in front of you. It's not possible. Because they have what is called political pride, which most of the South, rather than having political pride, what they have is political greed. We don't have this political pride in the South. We have political greed. Anything that satisfies our greed is okay. We can kneel down, eat shit for political greed.
Because the political positions have been concentrated in the hands of the Northerners. That is why they have this pride, you know. I don't know. Honestly, the Nigerian election.
Even when I saw APC, I saw APC, their distribution of power for 2023 presidency South. And anytime the North is talking about South, he doesn't consider South and Southeast. So in the mind of a Northerner, South is not a South and Southeast. South is Southwest. And even in that Southwest, who they see as South is the Muslim Yorubas. I'm just telling you for a fact. This is how they think. So if Osinbajo is going to emerge as president, you know one of the reasons why they hated Sambo, the vice president of Goodluck Jonathan, was because he wasn't like an Atiku who gave Osinbajo hardship, who challenged. Atiku was not loyal to Obasanjo. If it were not for the fact that Obasanjo was a retired military officer who had connection in the military, Atiku would have been more or less the president of Nigeria instead of Obasanjo. Do you think if they had put Atiku to be vice president to Goodluck Jonathan, you think he would have respected Jonathan? So,
but people are saying that
I think the problem is that that's the governors of South Forum they formed the other time. You see, it's dead, Abi. That
yes.
South Governors Forum.
Yes, exactly. You can see
no longer
their
existent.
actions on that day. You know, I told you that
now would have been the time that they would have made some serious bargain and said that look, presidency must be from the South, and the whole 70 governors will stand on one point. But it's not possible because of this tribal difference. We have never seen ourselves as one. We don't have a Southern code in our political consciousness.
Mr. Raka, you know, you remember the other time I told you that there's no seriousness in them. Even in that meeting, the last meeting that they hosted, remember, with the first one, they invited the president and he failed to attend. The second one, he sent some delegates to come and represent him. The way the certain leaders were speaking on that day, I told you, these people are not serious. They are not firm enough in their decisions. You can see that group they implemented the other time has already died up, because nobody is managing it anymore. We can't see them saying anything anymore. And what that day saying that they want, what did they say the other time? They said that they want to be managing their own resources. You understand? Decentralization. You know, since then we haven't heard from them. Nothing, no follow up. So
the North will never accept this. The North will never accept this. So they did not believe that they are the baboons. We are the monkeys, so now we go they walk, them go they chop. Remember Atiku said that the dogs and the baboons will be soaked in blood. They know what they are saying. So we to their eyes, we should be doing all the walking, we should be doing all the grammar, we should be speaking all the big English. Let them do the chop and let them be in control. You think it was by sheer error that
they said
Buhari decided to be the Minister of Petroleum?
No, Mr. Raka, what I'm saying is that, you know, this idea of a decentralization would have helped to mobilize resources, you understand, from the north to the southern region, because we're going to be taking care of our own resources, managing our internal affairs. So we saw this the southern leaders at that time coming together, you know, advocating for decentralization. We were happy, but I said one thing, that these people are not serious. I wish they can actualize that idea of the decentralization. Even though any president wins the presidency, anybody wins the presidency, it will not affect states too much in Nigeria, because we have our own resources. We are managing it by ourselves. We are managing all our internal affairs. It will not affect so much. Decentralization will help Nigeria as a country. It will help the certain states. You understand? Like what you just said now, that monkey they walk, babu they shop. So if these resources, if the certain region take resources away from the north, everybody will look for a way to survive in the northern region. Nobody will be the monkey they walk, babu they shop anymore. Everybody will be the monkey they walk. Mr. Araka, oh my God. So, guys, I think we have to end this program like this. I'm not sure if Mr. Araka will join again. So tomorrow we'll come back to do analysis about Dele Momodu. He wrote an article. Oh, okay, Mr. Araka is here. Mr. Araka. Hello, Mr. Araka. Hello? Hello, Mr. Araka.
Can you hear me?
Mr. Araka,
I can hear.
I said we should end this program while we'll come back tomorrow to discuss about Dele Momodu. I saw one article that he wrote. I think the article is on Punch or Guardian, something like that, where he's titled the article Owners of Nigeria. So we have to scrutinize that article. When I saw it, I was very angry. Who are the owners of Nigeria? He mentioned some cabas, the political gladiators in Nigeria, saying that they are the owners of Nigeria. He referenced one of the politicians in Nigeria, that he met the politician years ago, and he told him that the owners of Nigeria. So he is now using that theory, applying it to himself. That is why he switched to PDP. You know, the last time they said he declared his intention before to run for the presidency, that was years ago, on that one small political platform. But this, because he wants to become or be a part of the owners of Nigeria. You understand? So now he's running under the PDP platform. Because
anyway, let's because it's getting very dark here. So we'll talk about that in WhatsApp.
Tomorrow is a very interesting topic.
No problem. Tomorrow.
Critical.
Let me sign out now.
Yes. So tomorrow we'll talk about that tomorrow. So thank you, Mr. Araka. Thank you, our viewers. Just join us tomorrow, almost the same time. I think the same time tomorrow we'll come back with Mr. Araka. Then we're going to discuss about this article written by Dele Momodu. Not just about Dele Momodu. We are talking about the structure, the political structure of Nigeria that concentrate power in the hands of few politicians in the country. Now, Dele Momodu is constructing the politics of Nigeria as if Nigeria belongs. Nigeria as a country belongs to these few politicians. Nigeria belongs to all of us, not for few. Even though somebody mentioned that to him years ago, you cannot use that and be applying it to yourself or using it as a theory to define the politics of Nigeria. Is unacceptable in a democratic society like Nigeria. I was very angry when I saw that article. Somebody said that to you. You cannot apply it to what is going on in Nigeria. It is high time we stop normalizing the wrong way of doing things in Nigeria. When you said Nigeria, some people are the owners of Nigeria, which means you are excluding or undermining all of us, the majority of Nigerians in the country. So that article, I think we have to scrutinize it. Tomorrow I will come back with Mr. Araka to discuss about it. Thank you. Hello, Mr. Araka.